Malik and I were
Oh,
talking before we started recording this. We were talking about the Black Phone, the movie that's coming up. And I told Malik, I said, this gives me Sinister vibes. Like, it really does. And we looked and we
Yeah.
saw, from the directors and everything of Sinister.
Yeah. Yep.
I did not read, I forgot Ethan Hawke was in Sinister. Ethan Hawke is in this movie, The Black Phone. Yeah, Ethan Hawke was the dad.
He
He was
was.
the
I
dad in Sinister.
never would have put that together.
Yeah.
Oh
In the
wow,
first Sinister
Ellison.
movie.
Yep.
Yeah. He was the
Yep.
dad. And so I was like, something about this movie feels like I've seen it before. So, no, I definitely think this is what I'm really excited for, because I think we've talked before on here where summertime is usually prime time for scary movies. So having this,
Yeah.
It is.
like later on in the summer, I think would be something that's we're all looking forward to. So I think it's based on it's either a book or a short story too. But I want to ask you guys, like, how do you feel about scary movies that are based on books or short stories? Because I feel like we don't get a ton of those in today's movies.
Um, I was gonna say like I think about who made the graveyard, the pet graveyard or whatever. Who made
Stephen
those
King.
ones?
Stephen King.
Stephen King, and I feel like the only reason a production company picks those up, or like, you know what I mean, somebody who wants to put money behind it, is somebody read that book
Yeah.
and was
Right.
like, more people got to know about this.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. I think people probably had no clue what the heck Black Phone was,
Yeah.
or whatever the short story or short film was, and hey, I think this is giving ode to whoever wrote that or whoever created that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it really, really could go either way. I think I don't read a lot of horror novels, but the ones that I have, I feel like so frequently like it's unique because it relies on the reader's visual associations with the word. So like when you translate that to a movie for someone who's read the book, it could not match up. I mean, in the way that any movie can, but especially with horror,
Yeah.
like I feel like it's I don't know. I don't really read horror novels though, but I know
I
that a
don't.
lot of really good horror movies have come, like specifically Stephen King, like Doctor
Yeah.
Sleep and all that.
Yeah.
It definitely can be done, but
Yeah.
I think horror is unique in that it's one of those that you really don't need it to come from a book for it to be good.
Yeah.
A lot of stories do come from books. Horror, you don't really need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
I think the thing about this movie that did give me the vibes of Sinister, it was two things. One, there was almost that like grainy video camera like image at certain points of like I think he's standing in
Okay.
someone's front yard with like a thing of balloons, and then also the kids missing, and it has like the kids who I guess he's grabbed since his name's the Grabber, which I don't know why they couldn't have had a better name than that, but
Ah!
for me to decide. I don't know if I like that, but yeah, I don't know. Those are the two things for me I think that really remind me of Sinister. And did we say Doctor Strange or Doctor Sleep was the one that was in the I wanna make
Doctor
sure I
Strange.
get that.
Doctor Strange, yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
From the directors of Exorcism, Sinister, Doctor Strange.
Which
Yeah,
is
well,
interesting because
is.
given the two Doctor Strange movies, I would have expected Sam Raimi, who directed the second one, to be the one
Yeah.
who would do a horror movie.
Yeah,
The first Doctor Strange wasn't really horror-like, but the second one kind of was.
for
Yeah.
sure,
That's
for sure. Yeah. Hey, one thing that I will say stuck out to me, like you said, Sinister. When I think of Sinister, I think of it had to do with children in horror movies.
Mhm.
And I don't know what it is about that. I don't know what it is. I think it's like I think it's the evil that wants to do something to children. I think that's what's scary. Like
Yeah.
that's real. Like that stories like this happen in real life. So like to see it in movie form, to see it like that, like you're automatically creeped out. Like
Oh,
you're
yeah.
automatically like, oh God, like what are you doing? What are you doing to this poor kid, man? And
Yeah.
hey, I think like that was the first thing that stuck out to me is seeing that kid. He got kidnapped or something. I'm assuming from how the
He got
trailer
grabbed.
looks.
Yeah.
He got grabbed.
Yeah, he got grabbed by the
He
grabber.
got grabbed,
By the
yeah,
grab,
by the
yeah.
grab. Yeah, we'll grab you.
And off rip, I'm like, dang, like
Yeah.
this is about to be a crazy story.
Yeah.
And I was trying to, because at first the whole like, grabbing children thing, that's been done before, sure. But then there's
Exactly.
also paranormal aspects to it randomly thrown
Yeah.
in there where you're just
Yep.
like, okay, wait, what? It
Yeah.
made me actually interested in it, where at first I was like, okay, sure, this looks creepy.
It's just
but
like
now
a
I was
crime
like,
movie,
wait.
yeah, but with the
Yeah.
supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought the first time I saw this. I was like, oh, this will be, like a crime movie. I probably won't be too interested in it, but then I started watching it where I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good one, I think. I think after Nope, this might be the second movie I'm excited for this summer.
Okay.
I think
that's valid.
Word.
Yeah, I think that might be the second one.
The two scenes that like have creeped me out in this is obviously my boy with that mask, Ethan Hawke with that mask. That mask is dirty. I'm looking at it right now. The mask dirty. It looked like he made it himself. Like it does not look good. It does not look good at all. And then that scene, it randomly switched to the kid like floating.
Yes.
And his body was all like
that was
contorted and stuff. I'm like, oh god, what is this?
I couldn't tell because at times it's like he's trapped in the room and he's alone, but at times is it almost like an older version of himself? That's kind of what it looked like to me. It looked almost like maybe he escapes and there's some supernatural shit where his older self is like helping him get out. I don't know.
That's a good point.
Cool,
didn't think about that.
I don't know because towards the end of the trailer, we're still seeing scenes of him just walking around, like outside of the room. So
I could do a little time jump moment. That could be fun.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to stay on my Ethan Hawke kick for like one more second. Because this is another one I didn't realize, and it kind of makes me think. He was in The Purge also.
He was.
And like the idea of like them wearing these masks and stuff in The Purge, and like now he's the one that does it. It's like, like that's interesting. You're on the other end of this whole
I'm weak.
It's weird. It's like weird how these things work. I'm like, now you're on the other end of this. So
yeah. I feel like Mask. It's funny because Mask, I feel like just automatically makes some stuff creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Especially if it cover up your whole face. Like there's an added bit of scariness to that.
Especially when it's
me. The top hat.
Especially when it's an actor like Ethan Hawke, where you're like, wait, I actually know who this is. And I like that was the first thing I said after the trailer was it's like the whole time you see him in his full mask, and then right at the end you see just the lower.
It cuts
mask.
It off. Yep.
And I was like,
Ethan.
That is. You can't watch any of his movies or anything the same anymore after this. You ruined it, Ethan. God. You ruined it.
Jeez.
But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this one. I think this will be probably one of the movies I'm looking forward to. Probably this whole year, honestly. There hasn't been a ton of stuff this year I've really been excited to see, but this is one I saw early in the year. What?
Yeah.
What?
Are you telling me you're not excited for Minions: The Rise of Gru coming out in early
It's almost like
July?
It's like you read my journal.
I know.